Okay, this is what I came up with for the graduation requirements graphic project. Um, and I thought it would be a good idea to do something. I'm going to assume that there would be posters and so on the walls in my office or the office, um, explaining graduation requirements. And what I was thinking is it would be great to have something that the students can literally put in their pocket and take home to examine later to think through what they need to do. So I made I made a little 8-page zine, which is it's actually this project that this is what we used to do in the 90s, to make these little arty magazines that you would just self-publish, and then like my sister, who's an artist, would sell these in galleries and bookstores, like her cool little art zines, and they were fun to make. And I would always help her, so we'd spend long hours at Kinko's copy store, which was open 24 hours, and it was fun. And so I kicked it old school to do this project. So the way you do it is you make a mock-up where you've printed out all the pages you want, and then you run it off. It's two-sided, and then you run it off on the color copier. So here's the front and here's the back, and then you fold it in half. And I went ahead and did color because I was feeling fancy. And back in the 90s, the Kinko's downtown had the new color copy machine, and that was very exciting to all of us. And so here it is, you fold it in half the hamburger way, as we say in elementary school. And then you fold that in half. And then you need your stapler. I have my red stapler here. And you just do 2 staples right on the spine. And then you need scissors. Okay, I've misplaced my scissors. It's not great timing. I'm going to just, for the purposes of demonstrating this to you, I'm just going to carefully tear along the line here. If this were in my office, I would have made a ton of these and used the paper cutter and run it off, and maybe even gotten a student helper to help me put them together. Pretend I'm using scissors, please. Okay, so now here it is, page 1 on the cover. You can see Oregon graduation requirements, and it just shows that basic chart, which if it were on the wall would be not creative or very exciting. But it just kind of gets the information down. Each check mark means a full credit. English, you need 4 credits, and so on. Page 2, I thought it would be nice to have a sample of someone who has graduated. So it lists out all of her classes and just says what she did freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. So a kid could look and say, oh, that's how she got it. And oh, she took all these electives. And then the rest of the booklet is just specifically going into each graduation required area. So it says, starting with English, you need 4 language arts credits. Reading, writing, and speaking is how we get and share information. So it's vital for learning all the other things. That's why you need 4 credits. And it talks about how in 9th and 10th grade, you take those basic 9th and 10th grade English classes, or if you like the honors version, and then in 11th and 12th grade, you have more options. And if you really enjoy reading and writing, you can take even more language arts classes than that, and those extra classes will go towards your electives. All right, goes into the math, same type of explanation, sciences. The part about the second language, CTE, and arts, where you need 3 credits in those areas, I go into some detail about that because I felt like it's a little confusing. Like, do you need 3 of those or do you need 9 because of how the electives work? So I just kind of go into more of an explanation. Talks about PE, you only need 1 credit to graduate, but many students, if they enjoy physical education or like to stay in shape, they take more. And again, those extra PE classes go towards their 6 elective credits. Health, and then a little more about electives in general, where I say you need 6 electives to graduate. Some electives are very academic, others are more fun or creative. Which electives you select depends on your post-high school plans, what fits into your schedule, and your interests. As soon as you've completed the requirements in a subject area, additional classes you take in that subject count towards your elective requirements. And then on the back page, I just talk a little bit about how the courses you select can help to determine your future planning. And we have this course catalog that lists things out in much more detail. And then there's a nice cartoon of my imaginary counseling department and how to get in touch with us. So that's my Oregon graduation requirements project. Thank you.